Okay, here we go. Off we go. Off we go. Half. Off we go. Off we go. Chip. Off we go. Half 18. Off we go. Half 18. Here we go, hey. Here we go, hey. Up we go. Up we go. Cadence, lock in the cadence, lock in the Up we go. Momo.
Well, folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Play action. Now it's Carr. Being chased out left. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. You talk about this Giant defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. The Saints at 3-10 now on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Saints, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
You're mine. Kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it, so a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
Don't worry about your hands, though.
Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Jones. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing, Jones. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Monday, down. White Monday, down. That's up.
On first down, Carr. And incomplete on the deep ball. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. You talk about this Giant defense. And they played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Throwing his Carr on third down. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Carr going to go on fourth down. That is caught. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. It'll be a pickup of 4. And the Saints are going to get a first down. Now a play fake. Carr. That's Olave bringing in another one. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And these two hooked up on a nice game to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with first and goal.
Kamara not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Carr. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. In motion right, Olave. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 29-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Other side, other side. Up, go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jones. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here we go. Gold River! Gold River!
A 1st down carry for Barkley. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now 2nd and 9.
Why shift to crude? Why shift to crude?
Back to throw. Jones. Trying to find Barkley on the out route, and he's got him. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
56. Great. Out.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And that one complete to Hodgins. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Okay, here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to throw. Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Okay, here we go.
So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They get it to him running left. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A running play on 1st down will get 4 up to the 29.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Express.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Olave motioning to the left. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Olave motioning to the left.
Raider 1.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or too shy of the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Partner, we always talk about how important third down is. But I think first down is equally important because everything comes off of that play. If the defense wins the down, they are able to attack. If the offense wins the down, they might go faster, do other things, and change things up. That big play right there allows this offense to really get in gear.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll throw with Carr. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Olave motioning to the left. On 2nd down, Williams. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
6-18.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game. Marcus May with a pick, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
We're good, we're good. Express.
On play action, it's Carr. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they do have terrific starting field position, but no timeouts to work with, so they'll need to operate quickly. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off. Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn. On play action, now Carr. Man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Carr. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this 3rd quarter from their 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. It was starting to become a game for him to forget with the interceptions, but that's a step in the right direction. Not only did he choose to run it instead, but he saw the field well and made a nice pickup to get a new set of downs.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And some room to run now. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
This 2nd and 4.
Click right, click right, click right.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Giants have got it back to within a score. Gano for the extra point. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Now Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, Those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made
29.
some adjustments.
29.
Carr to throw on second down. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Eluded. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, the touchdown a minute ago on offense got him back into it, and now the defense turns right around and forces the turnover.
And you and I both know if you're going to come from as far down as they have to, it's going to take both sides of the ball, maybe even the special teams, to get involved. And so far, they've done exactly that. Offense scores, defense does its job. They're making their move.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, three things can happen.
The first opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the New Orleans Saints. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They begin the drive with Williams. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Throwing now is Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with a run by Barkley. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Again, it's Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Here's a 2nd and 5. And Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 52 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen, but we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Timberland, up we go.
A handoff, Barkley running left. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost. Down the numbers. There he goes. Fights through it, breaks through the contact, and he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big-time play there for New Orleans. Give him 52 yards on the ground. And you hear it all the time, but that's one of the dangers of the blitz. You get past that first wave, nobody else is there.
And when teams blitz, what they're trying to do is make you lose your poise, lose your timing and your tempo. But when you hold it together, you can really hurt them the other way, getting past that first wave.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. As Shaheed going to go in motion.
7:34.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Here we go. Over here, over here. Up we go.
Up the middle with Barkley. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
You look at this Saints defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 82 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Throwing Jones. Catch made here by Campbell. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now 2nd and 5. Running left, it's Barkley. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. They'll go to Barkley again, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Carr. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle there by the safety, Xavier McKinney. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
6:37. 29.
To throw his Carr. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. Nifty running by Barkley there on first down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
And this is beginning to border on dominance. Another strong run that picks up a first down. You've got to wonder if the defense coordinator is wondering, do I even go to goal line defense in any situation now to try and slow down this running game?
Now Jones. Now this thrown deep for Slayton. And that's going to be incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
A handoff to Barkley on the option. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 40-yard line. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Okay, here we go.
Barkley will take it in for the Giants touchdown. A CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right? And that's caught inside the 30.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
Kill. That's it.
On first down, Carr. This is caught. Touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Boy, still a half-plus to play, but it is a 2-score game. They're going to go onside kick early. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Jones. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down carry for Barkley. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 9. Now Jones wants to change it up. Jones off the play fake. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is. Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
93.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Express. 808.
Now a play fake. Carr. He lets it go deep for Olave.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
Cadence, lock in the
The
cadence,
Giants
lock in the
offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin first and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Quick right, quick right, quick right.
Here's a give to Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's Jones looking to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead. And part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd downs. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Paris Campbell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. The final shot here before half for Carr. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll
Go.